Hey, as we close out 2017, I figured I'd do my avatar update a bit earlier than usual, so I added in glasses to more reflect my actual look, since I'm actually going to be making on-screen appearances in my videos from now on. Well then, I sure hope what I'm about to cover is so great that it justifies me being on camera for the first time. Have you ever looked out the vast horizon, admiring this world and all the wonderful things that exist in it? And then thinking to yourself, in this amazing and beautiful universe, why did Meme Run have to exist? Alright, let's slow things down a bit here and take a trip back to 2014. The Wii U signs of failure were beginning to show after a drought of quality software between its launch and 2013, outside of Nintendo's once-in-a-while offerings. But 2014 marked an attempt to reverse that trend, with more popular titles being released, like Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. And do I need to say that that year's E3 might be one of Nintendo's best? We got the announcements of big games like Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, our first glimpses at Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Star Fox Zero, the introduction of Amiibo, Pac-Man and Mii's were confirmed for Smash Bros., and all topped off with one of Nintendo's most hilarious presentation skits to date.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3!
How about this instead?
In a time where very little people bought the Wii U because they thought it was a pricey add-on for the Wii, these announcements brought hope to the Nintendo fans who own one, as they solidified the fact that despite its low sales, they can still look forward to quality software being released. And then Meme Run showed up.
Rated E for Illuminati.
Meme Run is the most dank game on the Wii U. I've learned how to get swag points from Big Lay by harnessing the Illuminati's memes and 360 no-scoping scrubs.
Okay, I'm not saying that this game single-handedly put the final nail on the Wii U's coffin. There's loads of other factors in the why it failed, but the internet had basically a bit of a freak out when it was announced in September of 2014 by Ninja Studios, an indie studio led by one college student named Jordan Schutz, who has been developing games since he was 16. And yeah, Meme Run isn't Jordan's first offering if you haven't realized. Prior to that, his studio released the IQ Test on the Wii U eShop, a bare-bones low-budget impossible quiz-type game, as well as other simple games like Tiny Birds for other platforms. Surprisingly, he's also made educational software such as an HTML and CSS programming tutorial that is actually being adopted by the University of California, Riverside, so clearly this guy knows what he's doing. He's passionate about game development, attends developer conferences and meetups, and is hoping to support his education through his hobby, so good for him. But out of all the possible game ideas in the world, why would he choose? In an interview with Nintendo News, Jordan says that the game's primary inspiration is from the Montage Parody subreddit, which as the name suggests is a subreddit all about editing videos in comedic ways, aka agentic memes. What memes, you ask? Well, we'll get to that in a moment, but suffice to say, people were not buying this game's concept, and are even appalled that this game was able to proudly bear Nintendo's seal of quality. Jordan only had one thing to say: most of the people criticizing Meme Run secretly enjoy it, but just don't want to admit it. So then, let's take a look at the actual game itself. Well, here we go. Meme Run by Ninja Studios. Let's do this. Oh god. Whoop. Oh, So, Meme Run. A procedurally generated endless runner where you control a troll-faced stick figure as he runs across a landscape of Lennies accumulating swag points, all the while all kinds of memes litter the screen as a means of distraction. Air horns, wombo combos, the Illuminati. Look, I'm not gonna dissect each and every reference in this game, since I not know your meme, and taking apart memes is about as much fun as working Dota 2, so let's just get down to the fundamentals. You can jump to cross gaps, slide to go past ceilings, and yeah, that's it. There's also an alternate mode added in as part of a later update where you can play as Bigley, a character based on the Ridley is too big meme, with advice animals in the background, but in the end, at the most basic level, Meme Run is a generic endless runner with all sorts of screen distractions and blaring noises. And to be honest, I'll give it to Jordan. I don't think I've ever seen a runner game where the primary obstacle is literally designed to distract you and cause your death, but with these kinds of memes inserted into it, it's just deliberately designed to be annoying. And yes, you're encouraged to grab these pickups as they're technically power-ups that add a modifier to your score count, but still, I doubt anyone will find a lot of fun in constantly dying over and over to annoying and dated internet jokes. And don't even get me started on the Miiverse community. When Meme Run was announced, Jordan became a verified user on Miiverse, which allowed him to post on special pages and advertise his games, which definitely attracted more attention to Meme Run. While Miiverse has been shut down, the posts in Meme Run community were definitely something to say the least. I mean, Jordan and his friends definitely got a kick out of making and playing the game, so good for them. And you could argue that the whole point of this game is to stay focused despite all these loud, obnoxious distractions, but even if you look at the basic core gameplay, there are still a lot of places that are unpolished. The controls get unresponsive, especially when you drop down to a ledge and jumping across gets nearly impossible, and I've counted several times where I literally passed through the floor and died. The thing is, even if what you're looking for is a cheap, basic, endless runner where all you do is jump at the right time, the Wii U eShop has so many better alternatives. Don't pick this mess. At a price of $5, Meme Run is absolutely not worth it. It is simply a testament to the lack of quality control on the Wii U eShop, which is where most of the controversy surrounding it was targeting. Look, I'm all good with new indie developers trying their best to develop their first game and getting it published on a Nintendo platform. It must be a dream come true for them to publish their games on a Nintendo console. But A, Jordan has clearly had development experience, B, Meme Run is deliberately made to be low quality, and C, the fact that Nintendo approved a duct-taped amalgamation of internet memes to be published on the online store is simply head-scratching to many. Even Jordan responded to this by saying in his interview, "Nintendo approved my title since they realized I'm targeting an untapped market and I'm providing a title that is new and innovative." Yeah, I won't be surprised if he exaggerated things a bit. It wasn't until the creator of the troll face filed a takedown notice for the use of his creation without permission that Nintendo finally realized, oh yeah, internet memes contain all sorts of copyrighted material. Also, there's Illuminati references in this game. Anyway, after that takedown notice, Meme Run disappeared from the Wii U eShop without a trace. Jordan tried to bring the game to Steam Greenlight, which ended in a complete failure, and then released a different game for the Wii U in 2016 called Big Lee's Revenge, a shooter where you shoot Big Lees with more meme references, yay.
Breaking news! Bigly and Cucumber Dog have joined the Illuminati to rid the world of dank memes.
Needless to say, after the Meme Run fiasco, people were getting sick that they were being charged real money to buy another poorly made meme fest, and then afterwards Ninja Studios just kind of faded into the darkness and they haven't had a new release since. But hey, Big Lee's Revenge is still on the Wii U eShop as of this video. Please don't buy it, are you out of your mind? So what's next for Jordan Shoots and Ninja Studios? Well, who knows? I certainly hope they learn from this experience and use their development skills to make games with proper effort placed in them, but perhaps they'll continue to go along the meme-infested path for all the publicity, even though there are much better ways to pay for your tuition while also benefiting your customers. As for Nintendo, hopefully their quality standards have been raised since then. Sure, you'll still get the occasional bombs like Room in the Night Sky on the Switch, but I'm sure we won't be seeing anything remotely close to the terrible designs of Meme Run. For now, it'd be best if this game was simply left to be forgotten in the sands of time. Which it was going to be, but then I made this video, so shoot. Anyway, that's Meme Run, the Wii U eShop release that angered the internet. Let's just hope that this will be the last time that we will see dank memes being thrown together into a sloppy package and then sold on Nintendo's online stores. Let's hope. And with that, I'll catch you guys later in my next video. Don't forget to rate this video 8 out of 8. No bait, mate.